So I recorded this like well over a year and a half ago and edited it at the same time. So I don't know what happens. Anyways, welcome to Halo 2. It's been a while. We were hoping to get to this bit earlier, but things happened. And yeah, here we are. It would have been later if I went back to Nier first, but we're pausing Nier for a bit longer for this.
For one of your older, initial recordings, this looks pretty nice.
Cool. This is like Halo 1 recorded off the Master Chief Collection. I was thinking about re-recording it on the original Xbox, and I did for a bit. And I said fuck it, and we're using this now because I think this will be interesting. All I remember is I probably played this like shit, and yeah.
Just means we'll be back on our old format for 2 playthroughs at a time now. It'll be just like the old days.
Hooray! I believe I recorded this on normal difficulty. Because I'm a wimp. I probably should have done heroic, but it's whatever. Halo 3 will be better, because that original playthrough was scrapped, because bad.
Did you hear about that? Like, that, what you just said reminded me. Did you hear about that, really, really, shitty Halo 2, speed run at GDQ one year? Where
I don't think it was Halo. I don't believe it was Halo 2. I think it was Halo 1. But
it was Halo Combat Evolved, where the guy he had been splicing his runs, so he had this really good reputation in the community as the best Halo player.
Yeah, it just got worse and worse. He was trying to salvage it. It was really funny.
Yeah.
My brother showed me that. It's hilarious to watch a man get caught in the act.
It's literally the allotted time that they gave was 2 hours. That was the expected time, and then GDQ always has a bigger time estimate for the games, just in case stuff happens, because the Halo Combat Evolved speedrun at that point was not that long. And he took 4 hours to beat that game. Oh my god, it was so painful to watch.
It was great too because he tried salvaging it by trying to do random tech, but couldn't pull it off, and he probably would have been better off just playing the game as normal. Anyways, this is Halo 2. We haven't talked about it at all.
No, we haven't.
So, what we just saw before, the Covenant, they worshipped that ring. It was really important to them, and we blew it up. So, someone has to take the fall.
Well, shit.
And that was that gold guy. They're holding a tribunal against him. Yeah. Somehow Chief made it back. I think this gets touched on in novels. But now we gotta test out our new armor, the Mark II. And like before, you never have to look left and right, and it's really funny. This ring has lights on all sides.
Why do they do that?
Well, we'll talk about it as we go, but Halo 2 was an interesting game. It was incredibly ambitious for the original Xbox. And that means it had to go through lots of trials and tribulations. They had to restart development a couple of times. And the final product is held together by duct tape.
Yeah.
Modders have looked at this game, and it is very difficult to work with. This is one of those games where it's a miracle it works as glitchless as it does.
Yeah.
By all accounts, this should be a Sonic 06 situation, or a Devil May Cry 2 situation. But no, this game is fucking great. Other than the very, very noticeable downside that happens at the end of the game, which we'll get to at the end of the game, because I assume you don't know what it is.
I don't know shit about Halo 2 other than, like you just said, that there was a pretty horrible development cycle for it, and yeah, like Halo 1, back in our original commentary of that, I still haven't played any of these campaigns, so I am still a Halo newbie at this point.
So, just a little touching up. That guy he was talking to, so this is Johnson, who somehow made it off the ring. I think I told you about the ending cutscene you can unlock if you beat the game on Legendary, but it features him and an elite embracing each other as the ring blows up. We don't know what happens from there, but he apparently gets off the ring and lives. And that sergeant we were talking to asked him how he got off the ring. Johnson says that's classified. Also, this flashlight is one of those Half-Life flashlights where it likes to snap to random targets.
Oh, great.
And now where we're at, we are actually orbiting Earth this time. We're on the Cairo station. Basically, Earth they have several protocols put in place to keep Earth secret, called the the Cole Protocol. I'm stupid. And on top of that, the Earth is surrounded by just an absurd amount of defense stations, all armed with MAC cannons, like some of the most effective weaponry the UNSC has.
Yeah.
So it's heavily fortified, and Chief is back in time to get his new armor and get an award ceremony for the events of Halo 1. So that's what's going on. And at the same time as that, we got this guy here being deemed a heretic.
Damn. I'm just a random grunt.
We get to... So this also introduces us to a new enemy type we'll see later on, the Brute. These guys have their own fighting style. They're pretty cool. But they're a bitch to fight in Halo 2, and we'll get to that later. It's not introduced for a while.
Oh god. He's being crucified.
Oh, worse. He lives. At least in crucifixion, you die.
Well, I mean, Jesus lived.
No, he died.
Well, he also lived.
He resurrected. That's different. He died.
Yeah, but that means he lived.
He still died.
Another whisper, sir, near Io. We have probes en route.
I apologize, but we're going to have to make this.
And plus, plenty more people other than Jesus were crucified.
Nice.
Thank you.
And I mean plenty.
Sergeant Major.
That was a funny moment there.
Yeah. You look nice. Thanks. Oh, is that white guy? That white brute there is Tartarus.
That white guy. Oh my god.
Alright, so this girl here, she's important. She's Commander Keyes' daughter.
She kind of looks like Cortana if Cortana wasn't blue.
Yeah, so she is actually also the daughter of Catherine Halsey.
Uh-huh.
Who had an affair with Commander Keyes. Catherine Halsey is the creator of the Spartan program, as well as Cortana. Ooh. Yeah, they're not happy.
Damn. The production value of this game kind of dramatically increased.
I think the cutscenes of Halo 1 are still pretty good. They're just a little more stock feeling because of the first attempt. But yeah, this game is way more cinematic.
Yeah.
They definitely had a pretty good handle on what the original Xbox could pull off. Of course, that was also a flaw where they tried implementing a lot of systems, like a really advanced lighting system, that the original Xbox just could not pull off in large scale.
Yeah.
There is a lot of reasons for this game's trouble development. Yeah, it is a lot of returning faces, but kind of a really cool element that was added for this game is the soundtrack kind of got an upgrade. We get a lot of new tracks, and then Steve Vai came in and did a lot of guitar work for the game, which is pretty cool. If you know who Steve Vai is.
I do not.
Solo guitarist.
Oh, yeah, dual wielding.
So yeah, now we have dual wielding. There is no assault rifle in this game. You only get these SMGs. They're kind of the main auto fire weapon for the UNSC.
Huh.
Other changes made to this game. is you have significantly less ammo, and we also get the addition now of the battle rifle, which kind of takes over the pistol as the default precision weapon. The pistol has been heavily nerfed. You can no longer zoom in with it. It is still a headshot machine if you get them. It's just a bit more tricky to use, so you have to be a little more skilled. So,
Gotcha.
basically, mid-ceremony, a Covenant fleet showed up. They don't know how it's happened, but now they're boarding the stations. So, we get to fight. Covenant AI, I think, is significantly more improved. They feel way more reactive in this game, which is a lot of fun. You can really fuck with them if you want, which is fun. We also get some flying elites now. They can dual wield too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gameplay changes from Halo 1 to 2, which is one of the things I find so hard to replay Halo 1, is how much more basic it feels.
Yeah. Just even this first level here, just in terms of the graphics and like art in general, it's like a very similar environment to that first level in Halo 1, but this is just, there's so much more detail in the environment.
So this level does play out pretty similarly to the first one of Halo 1. Just pretty much a linear set of corridors throughout a spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, the left half of my... Why are the sides of my screen cut off? You see that?
Did you... Was the footage zoomed in and you didn't realize it while you were recording?
I don't know. But it's there.
Well, I hope we're not actually, like, cropped and we're missing stuff.
It's just a tiny portion of the game. It's not going to affect us. I just think it's funny.
Mm-hmm. No, re-record the whole thing right now.
Actually, I think what it might be is because I recorded this first on PC. And I think I recorded the first couple of levels, and then I recorded it from here on out on console.
Okay.
So, potentially mid-video, we could see the crop go away, and that'd be really funny. Yeah, depending on when I made the switch. And that'll be interesting. I forgot if I said it or not, but this is like literally the first thing I recorded and edited for this channel.
Weird that it was Halo 2. I know you prefer the game, but...
Yeah.
I'm just the guy who needs to do everything in order because I'm stupid.
So, kind of a cool moment that's set up in this game. This is the point where grenades are introduced. And you get to stand up here on this raised balcony. You get a ton of them, and enemies like to keep coming out there for spawning. So you can just rain grenades on them. It's a really cool learning moment.
Hell yeah.
There's some pretty smart design throughout this game, which I think is pretty fun. It definitely assumes you played the first game, but it is beginner friendly.
Okay.
So like, it's not. Look at the thing. There we go. Okay, so you can watch them leave that ship, and then you can watch it blow up, which is pretty cool environmental detail.
Wow.
And yeah.
Very Half-Life.
Yeah, this game has way more Half-Life influence than I think the first game does.
Yeah, which makes sense. I think a lot of shooters at this time were taking influence from that.
I just left that grunt alive.
He's gonna run rampant through this freaking
I ignored
ship.
him. That's really funny.
Sir, I could really use your help.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna be shooting anyways, so...
Yeah. This is my favorite Halo game. I think Halo 3 is great, and I can understand why anyone would say it's better. Because that's usually the common consensus, is it's Halo 3. But this is my first Halo, so it just feels the best to me. That's kind of where I sit with it.
Yeah.
However, its legendary mode is one of the most infamous things ever, and can go suck a fat one. This is the game where you really, really gotta get used to charging a plasma pistol, firing at a shield enemy, and then immediately headshotting. And that's pretty much the only way you're ever gonna get through the legendary mode of this game. You have to get so used to that rhythm, and if you can't, you're fucked.
Yeah, I think I'm happy never ever touching the legendary modes in these games. I'm already not
Also-
great at FPS games.
Also, like the scripted sequences of Half-Life, if you know where they are, you can kind of fuck with the game. That is a big element of this game that's going to change from Halo 1, is this level and how it's laid out with narrow corridors is going to be a lot of what this game feels like. It is going to open up more in environments, but it is mostly a straight line through all of these levels.
I mean, that's fine.
This is a very controversial part of the game and amongst the fan base. One of the deciding factors on whether or not you like this game, compared to 1 especially.
Yeah.
And it's kind of where a lot of people will debate of whether or not this is even a good sequel. Because it does have a very different feel from Halo 1. Also, the shotgun in this game is significantly nerfed. Less power, and you have to be really close. You have to shove this thing up aliens' asses.
That's no fun. I mean, it doesn't look bad.
No, it's still a good shotgun, especially in flood levels. Spoiler alert: the flood returned.
I already knew that. It's hard to not know the general plot points of the Halo games, at least for me.
Yeah,
they're just so important in pop culture, like this series is.
Yeah.
So it's hard to avoid it. I don't know. This is it's kind of a weird situation for me because I think. Well, since I've played a lot of the custom game modes and stuff like that for these games, I already know that Halo 2 and 3 and whatever feel significantly better to play to me. So I'd kind of, if I wanted to play the campaigns, I'd want to skip straight to those. But that, for a game like this where there's a big overarching storyline and whatever, and you're following the adventures of one person like this, I definitely should play the first game. So it's kind of I'm in that limbo where I want to play these games.
I started with Halo 2, then played Halo 4, then played Halo ODST, then played Halo 1, then played Halo 5, and I finally, after that, played Halo 3.
Yeah, but...
I may have played Halo 3 before 5. I don't fully remember. But I played this game series so heavily out of order. Yeah. Because of the refined gameplay of every game after Halo 1, I don't think it's the biggest problem. Just pick up and play these games. You might be confused on the story, but you can get by enough. And they're just damn fun to play as of this point.
Yeah.
New enemy type, drones.
Oh boy.
These guys appear in big hordes. Pretty easy to kill. So yeah. Careful on higher difficulties, they will drain your shields pretty fast and can't kill you quickly.
They look annoying.
Oh yeah, that box fell. This game has a physics system.
Oh wow.
It's very light. It doesn't play into the gameplay whatsoever. But it is there. And if you turn on the... Have we talked about skulls at all?
We have talked about skulls in the first playthrough.
This is the game that introduced them. In the original game, you would have to pick up skulls on Legendary to get them to activate, other than the blind skull, which takes away your HUD elements. And you'd have to pick them up each time you reloaded the game. So there was no main menu they would appear. Wasn't that good, but they are there, so it is worth mentioning. But yeah, there's a skull called Sputnik, which basically lowers all physics values to 0.
Oh, that's fun.
So if you ever throw a grenade at boxes, they will actually fly off everywhere and can kill you if they hit you. Also, so cool map details. You can watch these things fire.
Wow.
And you even get to see its reloading sequence. I think this is pretty cool to see as an environment detail in the original Xbox, especially.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is really cool. I love when the designers actually do think of what random things in the environment will actually what their purpose is.
There is a lot of spectacle in this game.
Yeah, that's just in general.
And like Sonic, that can be either a good or bad thing, depending on how you look at it.
Well, I mean, at the very least, it's not like playing the game for you.
Oh yeah, I guess we never talked about our new health system. No more med picks, no more med kits you need to pick up. Your shield is fully rechargeable and it's a lot faster. And damage you take without your shield will just auto heal once your shield starts going back up.
Okay.
And now we get to walk on the reloading mechanism of the Mac gun, which is pretty cool. If this thing does hit you at the right angle, it can kill you, funny enough. Because of the way because all fall damage in this game is based on physics and how hard you hit something.
You may need to get creative.
Which can also mean flipping over vehicles can sometimes kill you. So, that's fun.
Oh yeah, that's...
Anyways, it's the room with the bomb. Just gotta take out these last few enemies and that's the level.
Yeah, like random physics things and vehicles like rolling over you and stuff, that's like a iconic part of Halo at this point.
I want to find out. I kind of want to be able to show it off when I re-record Halo 3, but there's this level where a ship, like you remember this Pillar of Autumn?
Yeah.
A ship like that flies to you down to a planet mid-level, and it's so massive that all physics objects in front of it get blown away by it flying in. And when I was recording it, a fucking warhog was blown away and it hit me and killed me as it was coming down.
Oh, that's amazing.
I thought that was so funny.
That's so good.
Oh, famous cutscenes. Like, this is probably one of the defining cutscenes of all of Halo.
You don't.
Well, I've never seen it, so.
Oh, good. We're gonna have fun with it. So, we've shut down the bomb.
Commander. Not against
We got a big-ass ship.
not on your own.
What do we do about it?
We put the bomb on the big ass ship.
Famous lines to give the Covenant back their bomb. That Admiral is Lord Hood. I love that guy. He's fun. Doesn't really do much. He's kind of serious, but I don't know. I just love him. But he doesn't really do much in Halo 3, and that's like all he appears in.
So why do you like him?
I don't know. I just like him. He's got a good voice, you know?
Of course. Who the hell designed this bomb?
The Covenant. They're aliens. You can't understand their thought process.
We put the
It's
spikes
alien
on
to
it
you.
so that it will deter intruders.
Just one question. What if you miss?
Damn.
Chief is a badass.
I like how some of those ships were just popping out of existence with a
See,
little
this is
sparkle.
the big difference between Master Chief and Doomslayer. Is Doomslayer wouldn't take the bomb.
Wow. That was like a trailer shot.
Anyways, this is the famous part of the cutscene.
Yeah, this is cool. This is the kind of stuff that felt like it was lacking from the first game. Wow. Okay, so like, how does he get out of here? Oh. Is he just gonna fall to Earth?
Holy shit, you are still there.
Yeah, I am
Keep
still
recording. Dude, since he left the station, I haven't heard you this entire time.
I was just reacting. I didn't hear you either.
Chief,
You'll
Gear up.
have to
Fine.
chop up the conversation there, I guess, to make it work.
No. It's fine. Because that is an awe-inspiring cutscene, and I just leave it in silence. Oh, another famous line from Halo.
We should make a cover of the,
Love this speech.
the, like Halo theme, like a really shitty one. Hoorah!
I love that.
But yeah, since you didn't hear me, I was just saying this is the kind of stuff that I really kind of felt Halo 1 was missing. It was just kind of like level to level stuff, and you were just kind of, it was like all raw gameplay most of the time.
Yeah.
This game has like a very cinematic feel. It's also something that I feel is missing when I was playing Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite's a very just walk from place to place and do things game.
Yeah. What I like about here is you get a mix of that cutscene spectacle as well as the gameplay spectacle. There's a lot of stuff that you get to do in the gameplay.
Yeah.
And that's what adds to it. Now, if you're tired of that spectacle and don't want to do it, I can see why you wouldn't like it for this game.
Wake up.
Oh, so this is the start of pre-dialogue messages. Sometime, or messages and cutscenes that would change with the difficulty. So that cutscene will have a different line for Katana on each difficulty level, and there are also a couple cutscenes in the game that will change slightly depending on the difficulty level as well. Just some replay value.
That's cool.
Doesn't need to be there, but it is.
What the fuck? What the hell was that? That like jump scared me. What the hell?
Now sometimes happen. It's really funny.
Oh man, I love ragdolls.
They should always be around. People who say they ruin the immersion of the game, well, they do, but you know they're fun. So
we're getting to the point now where ragdolls are getting too realistic. It's less funny.
Yeah, but like this game, this is the kind of game that plays into it. It has, for all intents and purposes, it has a serious story and a lot of a serious atmosphere. But because of the comedy that can play out amongst NPCs and enemies, it makes the ragdolls fit, you know? They don't feel out of place. In a game where sometimes you'll get a line of dialogue from an elite while hiding where he says, "Come out, human, I have a banana for you." Like,
Frickin'
when that's
racist.
in the game... when that's in the game, I don't think ragdolls are going to impact it at all, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I prefer when ragdolls are, like, broken and not realistic. They're just funnier.
So, that is another... we have some more changed elements in this game. If you haven't noticed, there's a hell of a lot more dialogue in this game. Marines are way more chatty, and the Covenant will speak full English amongst the Brutes, the Elites, and the Grunts. Jackals just continue to speak their gibberish.
Yeah.
So, that's a lot of fun. Grunt lines are hilarious. You just randomly hear some out-of-context ones. I wish there were subtitles for them. I really do. But there's no mid-game subtitles for this. So, it's sad.
Yeah.
And then also, I guess I used it a couple times, but we got turrets now that can appear mid-level.
Oh boy. It's a shooter game.
Okay, these are the good kind of turrets. Fully optional, and you can easily mount them each level, and they're even more expanded for Halo 3. Like, I don't think they're anywhere close to the equivalent of like other turret sections you see in mid-2000 shooters that people usually come to think of. So this is our new enemy dropship, the Phantom. This is one we'll see going here on out. We won't really see that original Covenant dropship. So
Okay.
I hope you don't miss it.
I don't even remember what it fucking looks like, I'll be honest with you.
I don't know how much I show it off in this, but there are destructible things in the environment, as well as some destructible environment objects. Like, some of these vehicles can be blown up if you shoot them enough. There are walls and pillars that can be destroyed mid-level and later levels.
Yeah.
Like, there is so much added detail to this game from the first one, and it is amazing a lot if it runs as well as it does on an original Xbox. Like I said, this game is not really glitchy. There are probably glitches, but not as many as you would think for how cobbled together this game is under the surface.
Yeah.
And it's really impressive. Oh, there it is.
Hey, fuck that truck. So is this just a defense section? Is there somewhere we're
Yeah,
supposed
you
to be
just
going?
fight waves.
Oh,
I don't ever show it off. And maybe I'll show it off one day on stream. But you can skip this entire section of the level. And get like halfway through it.
Is it
And
like
you can beat this entire
speedrun
level
skip?
without Yeah, you can beat this entire level easily without killing a single enemy.
Yeah, I've
Also, that's
definitely
a pretty
seen
cool way
that.
to introduce hunters.
Except,
But you also get a turret, so...
that you were ready for them, so they just died. It
Yep.
seems like the Marines are more useful. Like, they seem to be killing more in this than they did in the original.
Yeah, they're
game.
also way more numerous in this game. I feel like it was, especially in the later half of Halo 1, they got pretty rare on when they would appear. Which,
Yeah.
it works for that game, because that game tries to be a lot more lonely as it goes on. It's supposed to more and more feel like you're losing the battle, and there's just not much of you left. So, I mean, it works there. Ow. Okay, so, we got Jackal Snipers now. And these are another part of the reason I'm like, Halo 2 on Legendary fucking sucks. Because those rifles, they can two-shot you right now. On Legendary, they one-shot you.
Oh, God.
And as soon as you pop your head out, those motherfuckers will fire, and they have very, very good aim.
Damn.
It is the same in Halo 3. I don't know how, though, but they somehow managed to make it a bit more manageable there. So this is the location of a hidden sniper rifle, and where also you can find one of the skulls if
That's
you're on
a
Legendary.
fucking cool secret.
Yeah.
Wow. Because I was
There
like,
is-
man, I can't believe they like modeled all this and you can jump on all this. This is crazy.
It's intentional, yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Now I really wish I showed off that speedrunning tactic, because you really get to see how much of this level is fully modeled. And it works with collisions. It's really cool.
I've definitely seen a speed run of this game, so I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because this area does look familiar.
There, because of the skull... Fuck that guy.
he should be dead.
Because of the skulls, there are a lot of hidden areas like that throughout the game. I don't know where a lot of them are. And even really coolly, there's this like entire mountain section that looks like a background element that you can fly to, and has this whole hill you can climb on that leads to a skull, and it's really cool. However, in the remaster of this, like one of the only hiccups the remastered visuals have, they added an entire forest there, but because that forest isn't there on the original, none of the collision works. There's no collision. So you can just phase through all the trees and grass like normal. So if you're ever going to that section, go back to the original graphics so you can see where the hell you're going. It's really funny.
That's awesome.
But other than that, I won't show them off here because, that'd be inconsistent. But the remastered visuals of this game are absolutely gorgeous. They learned their lesson from Halo 1 Remastered. They got the art style down to a T. And I'd say to this day, Halo 2 Anniversary is probably the best looking Halo game.
Even against Halo 3?
I mean,
Halo
as
3
far
looks
as
like
graphical...
amazing.
Here's the thing. No, Halo 3 looks amazing, has great art style, and I love it for that. But as far as raw graphical fidelity mixed with the art style of Halo 2, it is so good. That's the other reason Halo 2 Anniversary works, is because it actually still matches their art style. Halo 1 Anniversary does not match the original art style. No one's getting in this fucking turret, and I'm fucking pissed.
God, they just got in as soon as you got out.
They're too distracted by that ghost. Anyways, here's the Warhog. It controls so much better in this game. Like, the difference between this and the Halo 3 Warthog is a lot less noticeable than going from Halo 1 to Halo 2.
Yeah.
Like, they nailed the vehicle control in this game really well.
Dude,
the cool thing about the vehicle sections in this game is they are straight shots, and you don't need to do anything.
Cool.
Just keep driving.
That's
if you know
good.
the path, just keep going.
Dude, the gun, the machine gun on the Warthog sounds exactly like the shots of the like Eggman robots in Sonic 06.
Yeah, it does. I wonder where they got that stock sound effect from.
Clearly the same fucking place these people did.
Yeah, I noticed that as soon as I played Sonic 06. I'm like, this is the Halo 2 gun. What the fuck?
It's like when I hear that my alarm in like every game.
God, every time I watch Evangelion, episode 1.
Utilizing the Covenant tactical chatter. They're surprised.
It's just PTSD to college.
Yeah. Every fucking morning.
Humanity on Earth.
That's good.
Full volume.
I'm glad that I've traumatized you in this way.
You did.
Listen, it traumatizes me too. I have nightmares where I hear nothing but that sound.
Dude, those are like the worst nightmares, other than the ones where you wake up suddenly and realize you haven't been to class all semester and it's the day of the final.
Shit!
I don't know why, but that's just a collective thing that everybody gets. And I don't know why.
Do you ever have like a dream where you've like lived a whole like quarter of school or semester of school, and then you wake up and then you're back like in summer or whatever? I've had that like happen several times.
Never had that happen. By the way, I kind of glossed over it, but there was a cool scripted section there. Where the Scarab laser went through the roof.
Yeah, this game, like the spectacle really elevates the experience of like these campaigns.
Yeah. Some unique vehicles. We are never going to see these again. But they look pretty cool. You can't fully destroy them. You can destroy it. You can blast off the turrets though, so they can stop damaging you.
I just noticed your fucking tire is wobbling.
Yeah, we're not doing good. There are a lot of vehicles in this game that will appear here and only once, which is pretty cool. Really adds to the Covenant feeling like an army, you know? And they have all the specialized equipment.
That's cool, yeah.
UNSC, we'll see it too. We'll see a lot more unique Marine models. A lot of concepts will be introduced here.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. This is a really ambitious game. And it is insane how well it turned out.
Yeah, I'm like thoroughly impressed so far with this. Meanwhile, in Halo 1, I was just like, God, when is this going to end?
I will say these first 3 levels are probably my favorite in the whole game. I replay them endlessly. I have a lot of fun with them. Not to say the rest of the levels are going to be bad or anything. They're still really good. But I think this is probably the highlight of the game. But it is kind of one problem with this game during its pre-release and when it actually released, is the Battle of Earth section of this game was supposed to be a hell of a lot longer versus these 3 levels. I think this is made up for, though, in Halo ODST.
It blew right through us.
Where you get to kind of continue it. Also, I'm kind of showing it off here. Through editing, but in the base game, once you load the game, that is the first load screen you'll see, and you won't see another one unless you turn off the game and reload a level. There are no load screens mid-levels. Everything will seamlessly load into cutscenes and load into the next levels and such. It's pretty cool.
What the hell?
This is another famous cutscene, by the way.
Yeah, real quick on the loading screens thing, though. What the hell is Valve doing at this point?
I wondered the exact same thing.
Why are there still freaking loading sequences? It stopped the game. Like, I'm so confused. How they haven't fixed that yet.
Dude, there were people on the PS1 who did it with a fully 3D game.
I know.
On the fucking PS1. Like, look up Fragrance Story. It has no loading screens. It's so impressive.
Yeah. I can see there being loading screens like that in the first Half-Life game. Possibly even the second, even though, like, they were already... They probably should have been able to fix it by Half-Life 2.
Why am I not getting into tank?
I don't know. Why aren't you
What
getting into
the hell?
tank?
What the fuck am I doing?
You got into an already slightly broken Warthog. What the hell?
What? Dude, I'm so pissed off right now. This is why I wanted to re-record the game. I knew this was dog shit.
What are you talking about? This is great.
I do have a rocket launcher on here, though, so this is basically a faster lightweight tank. Because Rocket Marines have infinite ammo, and it's great.
Okay, well, you're doing the faster method. This is fine.
I guess, but, like, the tank in this game is so cool. And it's so OP.
You shouldn't ignore Sheila.
Sheila, no!
Hi, Sheila.
Oh yeah. So this is the first game to come out after Red vs. Blue, and they already started referencing it.
That's awesome.
On the tires of the Warthog from this game onwards, Puma is written on them.
Oh my god.
And also, in the map Coagulation, which is a redone version of Blood Gulch for Halo 2, you can find a rock that has written on it. It's barely legible, but it does say, "Why are we here?" And also, to make it, because in Halo 1, to make it so your characters pointed their guns down, you would have to look up, or you would have to look all the way down, which would cause character heads to glitch and start looking back up. It's really weird, but that's how it worked. So you basically had to record everything while looking down.
Uh-huh.
And really memorize where you were going for scenes and such from Machinima. In this game, and only this game, I don't know why this doesn't come back in later games, but if you hold the D-pad down, if you hold down on the D-pad for like a second, your character will drop their weapon.
Huh.
Into a ready position.
That's cool.
So they literally made this game easier to record Red vs. Blue.
Man.
Specifically for Rooster Teeth.
I miss when game companies did stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love...
This is why we love Halo 2 and Bungie, and old school Bungie. They're like, just damn.
Mm-hmm.
You're never going to see anything like that again.
No. And even if, just to bring up, like, a very light example, like, the first release of Sonic Mania had a reference to Video Game Donkey in it. To, Video Game Donkey's review of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And, Sega made them remove it in later updates.
Yeah.
It's so lame. It's so boring.
It's like when we almost had the Team 4-star cast of Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Oh, man.
Until Toei told them they couldn't do it.
It would have been so good,
Bitch.
man.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
In Legendary, if he does detect you, he will turn around and instantly kill you.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like, they fire so fast. As soon as you walk a corner and those guys are there, they will fire and they will kill you.
Are you easier to detect in Legendary mode?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Because I was going to say, you, walked up behind that guy full, speed and smacked him in the back.
Yeah.
So.
This game is just fucked up. Ooh. So this is our first Special Warhawk. It's going to be the first one to appear in the game series. It's the only Special Warhawk you'll get in Halo 2. This is a Gauss Warhawk.
Oh, the Gauss cannon.
Yeah, it's a cannon. This thing is awesome. It shreds.
It's Half-Life. Oh. Literally
Sure,
every freaking time in all of the
Half-Life with
games
way better vehicles. So there's our returning Wraith. The Wraith is now fully drivable.
Cool.
Now, you can loop around and let this guy destroy the Wraith, but there's nothing stopping you from going forward. This is one of the rare vehicle sections in the game where you actually do gotta clear out enemies before they let you move on.
Okay.
If you don't remember the cutscene from earlier, right now we're working our way towards where the Scarab's gonna be, to a military outpost that's set up to try and deal with it, because we gotta try and take care of that. They have made comments, but the fleet so far has been really small. Really small for an invasion of Earth. Almost like they didn't know there were humans here, and that's going to be important.
Huh.
So, these sections, I think they're fun enough to play, because I think the vehicles are fun to control. They're not really going to be entertaining to watch. You just kind of have to drive around in loops, always stay moving.
Yeah.
And let your gunner take care of it. Because they're a lot more capable in this game. Vehicles are no longer infinite health, as you can see.
Yeah.
They will explode, and you will die.
Yeah. I noticed, earlier we were talking about it, the vehicles gets more damage. Does it affect the, handling of the vehicle if it gets too damaged?
No. Has no impact. I know in Infinite they added you can like shoot out tires and such.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that changes it, but that is there.
It does
but
make
that
it-
won't be until Infinite.
Yeah. It does make the traction like really bad if you lose one of your tires, which, you know,
There's a Marine commander
makes sense.
We'll need to help them deal with that scarab.
Alright, you just gotta wait for that sound cue and you'll get a pop-up. I don't know why
Yay.
they have this marker in game. It barely ever appears, but it is here.
The designated "we can leave now"
Fuck that vehicle.
icon. Why are like all the lights flashing inside of buildings in this game?
Because dynamic lighting, kind of.
Oh yeah, they gotta show that shit off.
Well, they tried to. That's probably one of the problems.
Oh god.
Anyways, this is a really, really cool spectacle moment of the game.
No! Get out of there, Sheila! No! Well, shit. Maybe we should have brought the tank.
I have no idea what happens if you jump down there. You probably die. Now, thankfully, the drivers got really, really lazy and decided not to shoot.
Yeah, like, why isn't he attacking?
Good question. So if you position yourself right, he will try to step on you, and he'll just push your model out of the way. It's really funny. He can't kill you.
Yeah.
But if you know where to stand to break the sequencing, you can do it, and it's funny.
No. That just, you know, the fact that it didn't even attack you, it kind of, it takes, what's the phrase, like, it uncovers the veil, or whatever, of the scripted event, and it kind of makes it seem like less of a
it pulls
threat.
back the curtain.
Yeah, that's what it is. It kind of makes it feel like less of a threat because of that.
Alright, one of the first epic moments of this game.
Oh, yeah, we get that jump
Well,
on
first
this
of
thing.
many. Now, you gotta take it out. So this is what I meant by some of the playable spectacle sequences.
Dude, that motherfucker just ate 2 of those shots. What the hell?
Yeah, shields. Shields.
Well, you took his shields
ignore.
out, and then you shot him again.
Okay, body
and he was
shots in
fine.
this game feel broken as hell, and it's one of the problems with Legendary. But headshots with like the standard battle rifle are still an insta kill if it's unprotected. So do keep that in mind. I should have grabbed the rocket launcher.
Holy shit.
Yeah, don't be like me. Grab the rocket launcher for this section. It'll
Grenade
be your
spam.
friend. Yeah, this section can be pretty hard on Legendary, especially if the elites decide to get ballsy and come up to you. They'll probably win.
Oh!
Ooh,
I thought you walked off.
you can very easily lock off, so don't do it.
Up. That kind of looked like it went through his head. I'm not gonna lie.
No, that thing bounced. It didn't hit him.
Hell yeah, the music is great.
Yeah. We get the main theme playing here.
This is just like the kind of shit that I think of when I think of Halo.
Yeah, and now we got Steve Vai guitar mixed in. You'll hear it more frequently in some later levels. This soundtrack also has some collaborations on it. The band Incubus made some music for it. Breaking Benjamin. I think there was one other band. There are no vocals though, other than the famous Gregorian monk choir.
Gotcha.
So we're not gonna hear any vocals.
Was he still shooting when he fell over?
Yeah,
That's funny.
it's a cool detail.
No.
They're still holding the trigger. Some of the older COD games will do that too.
I'm sure glad killing all those enemies on the inside caused the thing to blow up.
Well, no, we blew up the cockpit, but yeah.
Didn't look like we did.
Oh yeah, so this game, like Halo 1, you can hold weapons during cutscenes,
Turn to an amberclad.
whatever you were last holding. And there's one cutscene where this breaks, because in that cutscene, your character will fire their weapon. If you're holding an energy sword, which you can now wield in this game, it'll still shoot. So they'll just shoot they'll shoot shots from this weapon called a carbine, and it's really funny. So you can break scripting a bit.
That's fun.
But that'll be a later level.
It seems like a lot of the stuff that is in this game because of its rush development is a bunch of just small stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, so right now the ship is trying to make an emergency leave. It's doing a slip space launch. When you do a slip space launch, it creates a massive explosion. These are only ever done in space. However, this isn't their planet, so they don't care.
That's gotta be a fucking war crime.
Well, why do they care?
I mean,
What do the Covenant care? This ain't their planet.
I guess, but geez, that's like horrible.
Yeah, now what's really cool is it won't be a while till we get to it, but Halo 3 ODST, the game begins right when that shockwave happens. So the rest of the game takes place after that shockwave in that city. And it kind of adds a lot of details to what the Covenant were doing there.
Damn.
Anyways, yeah. To just quickly define what they were doing, they were there to look for coordinates to find something. And we're following them to find out what those coordinates led to, which we'll be seeing in a future part.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was part 1 of Halo 2. We'll be back next week with some more Halo 2, and we'll see you there.
It's the Crazy Jelly Commentaries sequel time, baby.
Yeah.